Sean Graney, happy to be with you on this Saturday afternoon alongside, for the first time in his DePaul career on analysis, Ryan Hinsky. Last time out against Creighton, Aneesah Morrow recorded her 5th 30-point performance of the season with a game high of 34. Blue Demons, of course, taking care of business, winning that ball game. Ryan, how do the Blue Demons have to kind of keep that same intensity up, keep that same motor up against a hungry Xavier team that hasn't gotten a Big East win all season?
You know, Sean, it's really interesting. Actually, in Morrow's last performance, she only played 27 minutes against Xavier, but dropped 15 points, 5 assists, and 11 rebounds. So I think her being an all-around player dominating this team is a key, and I think they just got to take advantage of the size difference. Aneesah Morrow, even though there's not much of a height difference, there's a strength difference. Morrow could get in the paint. She could dominate on the boards, offensive boards, defensive boards, putbacks. She can do all of that. I'm going to be looking for these offensive and defensive rebounds from DePaul this afternoon.
Senior guard Michaela Scarlett ranking 20th in the Big East in scoring, averaging 11.4 points per game. She's not going to be active for this game. She's out. How do you see the Musketeers kind of rebounding and still putting together a valiant effort and ultimately trying to pull the upset here at Wintrust Arena?
Yeah, I mean, 11 points per game doesn't jump out too much at you, but I will say she's an excellent point guard, floor general. She reminds me a little bit about Darius Garland of the Cleveland Cavaliers, making space, avoiding contact, setting up teammates for easy buckets. They don't have that player now, so they're going to have trouble with the playmaking. And I will say, this is a team that struggles with creating space and getting open shots, and I think she's usually the key to get them open shots. So I expect DePaul's defense to not have too much trouble adjusting for the new matchups.
How can kind of DePaul use this as their advantage, you know, knowing that they have a lot of veteran players on their ball club?
I would say not only are they older and more experienced, but they can also get in that paint, like I said, get in that paint and bully on the boards. In terms of matchups, I mean, I think this Blue Demon defense, I mean, looking at the two offenses, DePaul scores 76.1 points per contest. Xavier only scores 56.7, which is 15.8 points fewer per game. So they only score around the mid-50s. DePaul should be able, if they're clicking on offense, with the loss of Scarlett, they should be clicking on defense too. Game could go one of two ways. We either leave here feeling satisfied with another good win, or we leave here feeling embarrassed that we were the first team this season, the first Big East team, to lose to Xavier. Xavier is 0-13 against the Big East. Now, I will say the last two games they played, they only lost by 3 points to Georgetown and 2 to Providence. So, I mean, the record is bad, but, you know, lately they've been playing a little better. But still, it would be embarrassing for DePaul to lose this game and be that first W for Xavier.
Darren Rogers, she wants a 3 on the left hash. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Tara Day. Back up top to Rogers for 3. The top of the key 3 is off the mark. Rebounded by Allen. And now here's Morrow touching it for the first time. Her first shot is good.
That's a good sign for the Blue Demons. Like I said, banging on the boards. 2 offensive rebounds in 1 possession.
What can you say about, you know, how this team is kind of meshing together and how all, you know, years and experience aside, how all these ladies are meshing together as a team?
Yeah, well, it starts with your superstar. Obviously, she's a heliocentric player. Aneesah Morrow, of course, is who I'm talking about, who demands a lot of double teams. Also, you've got some players around you that have height. They also have the shooting ability, which is good if your superstar is getting double teamed. Also, I really love Darian Rogers. She's leading the team in assists. And, you know, she's a real strong deep threat. You don't want to – she has the ultimate green light on this team. But she can also create off the dribble, and she leads the team in assists. So that's you've got the scoring, you've got the passing, you've got the shooting. At least offensively for this team, things are looking up. Oh, the fast
Aneesah
break.
Morrow, Holmes to Rogers, and they run the break perfectly.
Wow, that was a great
2.
3-on-2 break there, just taking advantage of where the defender wasn't.
Morrow for 3, and it's nothing but net once again for Aneesah Morrow.
Looks like they're playing sort of a kind of a 2-3 zone, and that opens up that top of the key 3.
Asuke checking in.
You know, the games I've seen from Xavier, they have not run much zone, but I definitely understand it because if if you got a bit of an undersized team, you gotta defend the paint really well, and a zone is a good way to do that. But you are giving up the 3.
It's going to be Blue Demon ball as she lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, good call there, but they let Xavier get 2 offensive rebounds in 1 possession. You're not going to want that if you're the Blue Demons. Got to battle in the boards a little bit stronger. Something about Xavier's offense I've noticed, they run a lot of isolation. They get 2 players in the corner, a player on the wing, and the ball handler usually on the other wing with the 5th player setting screens. I like that they try to create separation like this, but it does take them deep into the shot clock, and they do often have to heave up shots at the dwindling seconds of the shot clock. Yeah, that fast break is killing Xavier right now. They just can't get back in transition, and when you have a lot of high-powered offensive players that can get to the basket quick, a lot of speed downhill, that's going to be dangerous, and that's the reason for this run.
And a nice hands there by Aneesah Morrow. She's on the break. She finishes the layup good.
Yeah. Man, so many turnovers going on right now.
The Demons have come out scorching hot, 15-2 run over the last 6 minutes as they lead 18-5, 1 minute and 50 seconds to go in this first half or this first period. Another turnover for this Xavier Musketeers team, and that is going to be Blue Demon basketball with substitutions coming. The Xavier Musketeers are 0 of 7 of their last 7 field goal attempts.
Yeah, they're struggling, and again, that's that size we talked about. Not a lot of height difference, but strength and size in general.
Fake the pass. Now she waits, kicks it to Morrow on the left hash. She takes a 3, and nothing but net once again. Aneesah Morrow.
A lot of off-ball screens going on, trying to get players open in the paint, but that time it was from the perimeter. Good shot there from Morrow. Well, hey, this has got to be, if you're Xavier, this has got to be a spark plug. You got to close the quarter. Maybe close a quarter on a 4-0 run, 5-0 run. You know, going into the next quarter, that always gives you some momentum. So, you know, closing quarters is something that is so important. The next quarter is often dictated by how the last quarter ended.
2 seconds on the clock. Harris at the buzzer, and it's not going to even hit the rim, and that's going to do it for this first period. A dominating performance by the Blue Demons as DePaul leads it 21-7 after 1 here at Wintrust Arena. 2 Holmes cross court. Holmes a drive, and it's going to be blocked by Ovali. Great defense there by the Musketeers.
Listen, I can't even get my expert analysis in here. The Blue Demons are moving at such a high rate right now. The pace is absolutely awesome.
Dude, yeah, this is insane. Just the way these women are playing today, like.
And they're on track for 80.
No, like, seriously, and like we've been due for a high-scoring game here.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. No, I know Bruno loves to see what's going on so far.
As we got a stoppage in play here, as might be something with the clock, as now we do have it inbounded, and here's Tara Day.
Yeah, they said, wait, it's be real time.
Right. As here's Morrow down low on the block, up top to Holmes. Darren Rogers left wide open for 3.
She's not going to miss that one, especially when the Blue Demons are scoring at this rate.
That's her first 3 of the game, and she's 1 for 4, 24-7 Blue Demons. So volley for 3, and that's good as the Musketeers finally get a 3 to go.
Yeah, and they're playing to their strengths, too. Got to get 3-pointers. Yeah, they might have to stop with this zone defense. It's not really working. They're getting the ball inside. They're getting the ball outside. That last shot we made was a mid-ranger. I mean, they're hitting from everywhere right now.
Physical defense by Harris, and she's going to get charged for the block.
Yeah, trying to force her out of bounds, using body contact. Rogers felt the contact, went with the dribble instead of kicking it out. It worked out. Do you see this distribution of pace, though? I mean, the absolutely opposite offenses. The Xavier gets trapped in this trying to dribble around, create something, but they just can't create open space. And DePaul is exactly the opposite, getting out on the break and making easy baskets, kicking it out to open teammates. Just completely different games.
Yeah, and as Harris hits the first, Xavier's only shooting 27%. They've only hit 5 field goals, and we got 6 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, that's, and approaching the NBA average turnovers per game, I know is 14, so they're getting there.
Cross court Pranger, quick pass to Addie. Now Ovalia drive, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Wow. And a nice up and under move to get it to go for 2.
Double teamed in the paint, 1 second left on the shot clock, makes a great spin move and creates a bucket. Yeah, and again, that required a lot of improvisation the last second of the shot clock, and that's DePaul's done that really well.
As a 9-0 run, 0 points in the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds for the Blue Demons, as the Musketeers are trying to crawl back into this one. Now kicks it out, Kendall Holmes for 3. Off the mark, and it's going to be out of bounds, batted our way once again as Blackford and Allen.
You're coming from my laptop, man.
Yeah, no, something over here is going to be destroyed at least.
Yeah.
Hey,
no, I think I reacted rather quickly there.
No, literally. One of these balls could be coming at faster than normal speeds.
That's the nature of the game. Nice crowd for a Saturday matinee.
No,
I will say that.
Right, exactly. Like, you know, we're not going to fill things up. Maybe not now.
Yeah.
We will in the future, nonetheless. But, you know, just to see, you know, the crowd.
A lot of kids,
right,
families.
And even to see the mascots over there with some other fans over there.
A lot cheaper than a Bulls Saturday
No,
matinee, so
bro.
I get it.
No, right, for real. As Rogers misses the mid-range. Quick pass to Morrow, and it's going to be up and good.
Man.
For the layup, book it, and she'll go to the line for 1.
Yeah, if I were a parent here with my kids at the game, I would say, see her? That's Aneesah Morrow. Learn the name, remember the name.
And for me, being a Chicago guy, you know, growing up in this city, you know, just to have one of our Chicago-born, Chicago-raised, one of our own representing for DePaul, that's something that DePaul, even on the men's side of things, they have to get back to. They got to get more of our Chicago-born guys in here, more of our Chicago-born women in here, as Aneesah Morrow hits the and one free throw, 32-18, 14-point advantage for the Demons.
Yeah, and we were talking about the Bulls. Not easy to cheer for Io DeSumo right now because the Bulls are trash. So, you know, Aneesah Morrow. Great adjustments here by Coach Melanie Moore of Xavier. I like the way that they've moved away from the zone. That's better than how it was going. They're getting a lot of steals, swarming the ball handler. It's a good adjustment there from Moore. Yeah, momentum's starting to shift here. I mean, it's a league of runs. It's a game of runs, basketball in general. And if you're DePaul, you give up that run there and you get one right back at them, and that's how you're going to win this game. I think one of the only ways DePaul loses is if they give up one of these runs that they just can't come back from. So good to see them bounce back here.
Clay Addy.
I like the way she's playing without their star point guard. She's playing scrappy on defense and doing pretty decent on offense.
Scrappy on defense for sure.
Less than a minute left. Got to close the quarter.
Defense as nonetheless Calhoun gets it to go on a strong layup to the rack for 2.
Pranger sealed that lane off too. That was a subtle screen there, but it worked out.
Clay Addy, top of the key. As almost traveled there, gets it to Harris. At the elbow, makes a move, takes a jumper off the mark. And it's going to be rebounded to the Demons, and no time left. And Holmes and a heave there by Rogers, and it almost went down.
I don't think it would have counted. But
yeah, definitely would not have counted.
Cool shot.
But nonetheless, almost went down there. But that'll do it for the first half here. 38-28 off the hands of Ovali and to the Blue Demons.
Wait a minute.
No, it's going to stay with the Musketeers, as we had a clear view of that, Ryan.
Wait a minute. That's an interesting call. That was 100% out on. They're still laughing about it. The DePaul girls are still laughing about it, but yeah.
100%. Gets cut off up top to Blackford. A fake. A Euro and too many steps.
Travel,
and yep, there it is.
Just one extra. Steps. You know, something I'm really interested to see, I think the key to this game is Xavier adjustments. The reason that this game is as close as it is, it feels like it should be more of a blowout, but Xavier has made a good adjustment midway through the second quarter. Let's see if this third quarter they can make more good adjustments and get closer in this game. I like how aggressive Morrow's being with the shots. She knows she can make them. She's missed a few recently, but the confidence is what we need here. Oh!
And yep, a tie up there. It looks like Pranger was trying to set a screen on Aneesah Morrow.
Looks like an elbow to the face, but the Xavier bench is not happy about it.
Yep, Pranger was voicefully animated after that call. Nonetheless, it will return to DePaul. Morrow, a pump fake, and it's good for the layup. And a nice find there by Darian Rogers to get it to Holmes.
Yeah, the extra pass from Holmes was absolutely awesome. Mid-air extra pass there. Don't see that too often.
A little bit of series history here. Xavier trails the all-time series 24-1 as the Musketeers' lone victory was on January 23rd, 1984 in the first meeting between these two schools. Wow.
It would be a real shame if DePaul men's team were to lose to Georgetown, snapping Georgetown's losing streak, and then the women's team were to snap their winning streak against Xavier that spans back to the 80s all in 1 week. That wouldn't be good. So let's try to get a win here. Man, Morrow is everywhere. She has been involved in every single play in this game. Seemingly.
Loose ball, everything.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that too.
And she's not known as a playmaker, but man, that last pass was something else. And going back to Xavier's offense, I mean, like we said, Scarlett is hurt for this game. I think their backup point guards have played really well in this one.
Okay, and it's loose ball is going to be stolen. Kiki Rimmer. Here is Rimmer as she gets it today. Wide open. Dorian Rogers thought about it, now takes it in for the mid-range. No call, and book it. And she gets the bucket to go. And one, yes indeed, Ryan, as she'll go to the line for one.
Yeah, it was Morrow, and now the last few minutes it's been Darian Rogers. Great pump fake, gets the defender off balance, then goes into the mid-ranger. The defender's trying to catch up to her, commits the foul, and that's an and one opportunity for Darian Rogers.
Ovale now has it. Ovale drives, Holmes there. Good hands there by Morrow to knock it away, and it's going to go to the Blue Demons. Great defense there by Aneesah Morrow.
We've had a lot of free throws recently. Just to give you a couple stats here. Xavier shoots 64.1% from the line, one of their largest weaknesses. Also one of DePaul's largest weaknesses, 67.5%, I think it is, from the free throw line. So both teams pretty weak from the stripe.
Yeah, and it's interesting how you mentioned that, because the Blue Demons are getting to the charity stripe at a high clip, attempting a Big East best 17.77 free throws per game, but like you said, not shooting too well.
Yeah, we've talked about Morrow so much in this game. That's one of her biggest weaknesses is free throw shooting. And if you're going to be a superstar in the WNBA, you're going to get fouled a lot, and you got to make those free throws. So that's something that I think she needs to work on going forward.
Taraday brings it up for the Demons, kicks it to Holmes now on the right hash, looking. Gives it back today at the top of the key. 18 on the shot clock. Kiki Rimmer bounce pass into Morrow. Lazy pass is stolen away by Blackford, but stolen back by Holmes. Holmes now drives, dumps it off to Rogers. Rogers, a lazy pass to Morrow. Rimmer picks it up off the carom. Aneesah Morrow gets the rebound and puts it up. Just crazy. Just series of events there as the ladies come up the court smiling.
Johnny on the spot. The ball ended up right in Morrow's hands, a foot from the basket, put it right in, and Morrow continues being everywhere.
55-35, they match their largest lead of the game, the Blue Demons do, as a quick shot here by Woods at the top of the key, and that's off the mark. A strong rebound by Morrow as she kind of says, get off of me there.
Yeah, she does.
As Tara Day now has it.
Looks like Xavier's settling at this point.
They are.
Yeah.
And loose ball, and it's going to remain with the Blue Demons. Waits, bounce pass in there to Aneesah Morrow. 8 on the clock. Morrow, strong layup, and it's good. Aneesah Morrow once again, book it. 28 so far.
She's kind of shrugged after that one, like
kind of giving you that Jordan shrug almost.
Yeah.
Tough defense there by Calais Addy as she's now going to be tagged with another Xavier foul. This time on the reach.
I do like the way she plays D, though. I think she's a really good, physical point guard. Someone who can come in off the bench in a normal game when Scarlett is playing and, provide that defensive spark off the bench when they need that defensive specialist. But starting today and doing a really good job.
The Musketeers are in a cold spell, 2 minutes and 31 seconds without a bucket.
Yeah, something I've noticed is just the ease at which the Demons are able to cut to the basket without much interference from Xavier. It was interesting. I watched the UConn game, and Xavier did pack the paint a lot, something that they're not doing right now, which is pretty interesting because DePaul's really getting to the rim. But maybe it's because DePaul's also shooting so well. It's just an all-around performance from the offense.
To the line to attempt her third and fourth free throws of the game.
Yeah, a lot of free throws this third quarter. I like the physicality, but when it's a physical game, it's definitely more in DePaul's favor because they're just able to capitalize.
Gives it to Rimmer. She wants a three on the left hash. It is good. A big-time bucket from Kiki Rimmer.
Yeah, and that Jory Allen set that play up. She got the ball in the post and saw that Rimmer created space on the outside and kicked it right back out for the open three.
1 second on the clock. Rogers heaves. And from our angle, it might have looked like that would have been on line.
She's going to hit one eventually.
It was nothing but air. As that'll do it for this third period. We got one more to go for you as The Blue Demons are dominating this ball game, 63-38, a 25-point advantage. We got 10 minutes left to go here. Stick around.
You know, they were just doing the T-shirt toss, and I was thinking, man, James has done such a good job back in the studio. I was like, if I get one of those T-shirts, it's all his. But sorry, James, I wasn't able to get one for you.
Morrow, the turnaround mid-range is good. Book it.
Goodness.
What a shot. She's got 30 now for the ball game.
And what does Xavier have? 39.
Day to Morrow. Morrow, the step back three. She's feeling it. And it's going to be off the side of the rim and out of bounds, and it will be Musketeers ball. You don't really like that shot necessarily there from Morrow.
Well, I mean, if that had gone in, I'm like, is this 2K right now?
No, right. No. That was definitely a heat check for sure.
Yeah, heat check. You can't be mad at it. Like,
right.
She's doing so well.
Right.
It's okay.
Right. She's doing her thing out there. And inbound to Holmes in the corner for three. Bang, and she hits it once again.
That's another thing, the inbounds. The inbound passes have been great. They've had cuts to the rim off the inbounds, and they're just executing it really well. It's a part of the game that is really underappreciated, but it is its own play.
Now Jory Allen hand off to Day. Day, the mid-range, is good. Tara Day. She's on a drive. A nice pass there by Rogers. And one bucket for two. Darian Rogers, yes. That is the name, as she gets the N1 layup from a nice pass by Aneesah Morrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, Avale's had a really good game from the floor, but she's also a little bit undersized in terms of getting in that paint, and they have forced a lot of turnovers off her and a lot of the other guards, because when you have this starting lineup that DePaul has, it's going to be tough to get in the paint like that.
Dribbles it up herself, gets it down low to Hurston, the freshman, and misses the layup but gets her a rebound, kicks out to Holmes for three. Bang!
Oh my goodness.
What a shot by Kendall Holmes. That's her third three of this quarter.
Of this quarter?
Of this quarter. Show more positive signs on offense as Kiki Rimmer now launches a three, and she hits, as it's just been raining threes all game long for the Demons.
And she's had an excellent game. I really hope she gets some more playing time after this, because she has played awesome this game coming off the bench.
Coming up on 2 minutes.
Yeah, I wanted to stress the importance of what people call garbage time. I think that it is something that coaches find super important. You got players that don't play as much, as there's a tie-up here. And coaches like Doug Bruno want to see what the end of the bench can do, some of their younger players. So I think this is a really good chance for some of these end-of-the-bench players to get a shot at really showing Bruno what they can do and maybe getting some more playing time going into next season.
Wild pass is going to be into the hands of Darian Rogers nonetheless. 4 turnovers now in the last 3 minutes for the Musketeers. Right into a three for Wardell, and it will be off the mark, out of bounds.
Yeah, last possession here for the Blue Demons. Really strong showing all the way around. All-around performance. The scoring, the defense especially. The passing has been great. Just an all-around game from Blue Demons. And I like what I've seen from the bench, too, in this last quarter.
As the time is going to expire, and yet that'll do it. 93-48 as the Blue Demons take care of business, winning by a margin of, what is that, Ryan? Is that 45. A 45-point win for the Blue Demons, maintaining their dominance over the Xavier Musketeers. And the Demons really just dominated this game, Ryan.
Yeah, especially with the 3-game losing streak to Big East teams. They went from 4-3 against Big East teams to 4-7. So it's nice to get a win here, get back towards that 500 mark as we're moving towards the Big East tournament.
Aneesah Morrow, 30 points, 13 of 19 from the field, 3 of 6 from the three-point line, and another double-double, 11 rebounds. And she just got it done on both sides of the ball today, didn't she, Ryan?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Just absolutely dominating the game in superstar fashion, getting there on the boards, playing 100% even into the fourth quarter. That's just what she does, and I can't wait to see how the rest of her career pans out and how she represents DePaul going to the next level.
The DePaul Blue Demons 93, the Xavier Musketeers 48. For Sean Graney, Ryan Hinsky was alongside me. His first game, he did absolutely amazing. James Stoll back in the studio. We say so long from Wintrust Arena. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.